In an era dominated by screens and constant internet connection, one of the most popular entertainment properties in the world operates completely off the grid. It requires no batteries and no software updates. Today, that simple analog system commands a multi-billion-dollar valuation. To understand the scale of their operation, they have manufactured over 600 billion individual pieces. So how did a struggling Danish carpenter end up building one of the largest media and toy empires in history? Their dominance in a highly digitized market proves that a tactile, physical system of play still holds massive appeal for both kids and adults. The story begins in Denmark in 1932, right in the middle of a global economic depression. A carpenter named Ole Kirk Christensen lost his construction business. To survive, he pivoted to crafting wooden toys in his small workshop. His initial goal was strictly focused on delivering high-quality items that children would enjoy. He named the operation Lego, drawn from the Danish words leg godt, which translates directly to play well. He wasn't setting out to conquer the global market. He was a craftsman, relying on basic quality to keep his family afloat during hard times. Following the Second World War, the company shifted its focus. In 1949, they introduced their first building bricks made entirely of plastic. After nearly a decade of refinement, they introduced a patented internal tube system in 1958. This created clutch power, a friction-based mechanism that held the pieces firmly together while remaining easy to take apart. Because of the precise measurements established in that 1958 patent, a brick manufactured over 60 years ago will snap perfectly onto one rolling off the assembly line today. That strict manufacturing consistency gave them a massive structural advantage, ensuring that no customer's previous purchase would ever become obsolete. They were no longer selling isolated products. They had engineered an infinitely expandable, universal system that could build almost anything. That system thrived for decades, but by the late 1990s, the market shifted. Children were increasingly drawn to video games and digital entertainment. Management panicked. They moved away from their core building sets and rapidly expanded into disconnected, trendy toy lines and highly specific custom product variations. This line graph tracking the company's revenue over time shows the exact cost of that strategy. As production costs skyrocketed to support unique new molds, profits took a sharp dive into negative territory. Looking at the bottom of this graph, the deficit marker reveals a company bleeding cash daily and facing imminent bankruptcy. By reacting to market fears and abandoning the very mechanics that made them successful, management pushed a 70-year-old company to the absolute brink of collapse. To survive, they had to strip the operation down to the studs. They eliminated the random, expensive toy lines and returned focus to the classic, creative building sets. But the crucial turnaround move came when they decided to drop a long-standing internal rule against modern weaponry, allowing them to collaborate with major cinematic franchises. Licensing major properties like Star Wars and Harry Potter immediately gave them access to an enormous, pre-existing audience of dedicated fans. They quickly expanded this strategy to tap into the massive, lucrative catalog of characters at Marvel, DC, and even digital realms like Minecraft. That momentum fueled an expansion back into broader entertainment, but this time anchored entirely to the brick itself, leading to theme parks, educational STEM kits, and massive box office hits like the Lego Movie. As this financial chart illustrates, the recovery strategy worked, with the early 2000s flatlines suddenly exploding upward into massive profit margins. They bulletproofed the brand for the 21st century by taking a timeless, physical mechanic and wrapping it in modern blockbuster storytelling. Today, their operational footprint is massive, with physical product lines selling in over 130 countries. The collector's market for the brand has grown so robust that certain rare plastic minifigures now auction for more money than luxury watches. And because of the sheer volume of sets they produce, they technically hold the record as the world's largest manufacturer of tires. Moving forward, they are directing significant resources toward environmental sustainability, specifically engineering plant-based bricks to replace their traditional petroleum plastics. Over 9 decades, they have continually adapted their materials and partnerships to meet new market demands, ensuring their long-term survival. True business longevity rarely requires inventing something entirely new every decade. It often relies on fiercely protecting one excellent core idea and continuously refining how it is presented. Because they remembered exactly what they were good at, they remain a primary tool for creativity across multiple generations. We want to hear from you. What is your favorite set of all time? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Knowte for more deep dives into the stories behind the world's biggest brands.